Alrighty.
We are live.
Are we? Hello, everybody. Big Ridge, Josh here.
If the quality goes bad at any time, let us know. We're trying a new connection tonight. So keep us updated. And if it goes bad, we'll fix it right here in a jiffy. Alrighty, let's jump into these questions. So you are tuned in to Stay Fishy Friday with your boy Josh and
Big Ridge.
that dude.
That dude. We are dedicated to staying fishy.
Only on Fridays.
Only on Fridays. No, every day of the week.
Alrighty.
Oh, Joe Rockwell's here. How you doing, Joe?
Ah, damn it.
That's what all the greeting Joe gets everywhere he goes. Ah, damn it. You made me swear. I haven't sworn so many days now. I was doing so good.
Technically, damn it, in the Bible is not a swear word.
Okay, then I haven't swore yet.
Sorry, Joe.
But hey, Joe. Are you going to be there? Alright, he said that's the respect I get. This is BS.
This man drives all the way from Nebraska,
Yes.
and he collects fish around there on his trips over to OFR. He collects fish for about a month beforehand, takes care of them, drives them all the way here, 11-hour and some odd minute drive, and he gets here, and then he gets treated like family, which is not good. Once he's here, he gets picked on, he gets made fun of, and he's one of the family. What can I say? But he does this 3 times a year. So we're going to start taking up a collection for Joe every time he goes to do this to pay for his gas coming from Nebraska all the way to Ohio and then from Ohio back. It should be $200-300, and it's not that much for all the rescues that he does. So I think it would help things out a lot.
Alright, we got a question of, hey, how's the MBU puffer doing?
Oh, talking about Pittsburgh? He's doing
Yes.
great. We've upped his feeding of clams from every Friday to now twice a week because people are saying his teeth are getting too big and this and that. And I watched a bunch of videos online of how people take care of their teeth, and they actually they use the clove oil and they sedate them, and then they hold him and they take a Dremel and they cut his tooth off. I don't want to do this to poor Pittsburgh, so I'm going to feed him more clams so it gets ground down.
Don't let him kid you. He sends him to the dentist.
We've had enough trouble finding a fish veterinarian around here. Could you imagine if we had to look for a fish dentist?
Somebody wants to know what's up with the cups.
You can butt your little face out of here.
Yeah,
There's
Mikey.
nothing in these cups. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. This is Jack and Coke, and I don't know what's in this cup because I didn't make it.
Mine is Tracy's sweet tea. I tell you this every week. You guys swear I'm drinking, but this is Tracy's sweet tea. It's good. You guys got it. Every time you stop by, ask for some and I'll give you some because we always have it in the fridge. Well, we always have sweet tea on hand.
But he's supposed to be going on a diet here, so
No.
sweet tea.
I got on the. Actually, it started day before yesterday. I tried putting on my suit that I bought for when I was bigger. I got fat and I needed to go to court, housing court for all my houses. I bought a suit that fit me. Well, I went to put it on when my buddy Ronnie came in from California to take him out to dinner.
Wait. You have a buddy?
Oh, stop it. So I went to put the suit on and I couldn't button the pants. I'm like, oh my God, this is bigger than I've ever been in my life. I got on the scale today and I was 330 pounds. So we are now on a diet. I'm going to do the keto diet, but first, because I go large in everything I do, I'm going to kick it in its butt. I'm not eating nothing. To start this diet off, last time I went 17 days without eating. And then I started the keto diet and ate just meats and proteins in very small quantities. I kicked the diet off. Well, I'm going to do that this time because I shouldn't be 330 some pounds. So I need to fit back into my suit because I go to housing court at least once every 3 months for my properties, and I'm not buying no bigger suit. I refuse to. So I should not be this big. So I am getting back. My goal is 250. I am going to do it. I'm going to go without eating for as long as I can. Last time I dieted like this.
His real reason, he wants to fit into my wetsuit so he can dive in the tanks.
No, last time I dieted like this, I went how many days without eating?
32.
No.
Yeah.
17. And I passed out at the grocery store.
Days when you passed out at the grocery store.
32 days I went without eating.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. I don't suggest anyone do that. But the last time I dieted, I think I went 17 days and I started eating.
Yeah, that was recently.
Okay.
That was when you lost like 130 pounds or something.
Well, I'm going to lose it now. My goal is to be 250.
On to the next question. Someone said, how much for the Platinum Red Tail? I love the enthusiasm, but the Platinum Red Tail is not for sale. He was donated to us by Vincent Wu, and he's not
Good
going
buddy of ours.
nowhere. You know, we have been offered $3,500 for him. I told him no. If you offered me 10 grand, I'd still say no. It means more as a sentimental value than it does a piece of paper.
10 grand?
So we wouldn't do it. But that's just how we are here at the rescue. We promise people we'll keep them here until they do, you know, pass that wonderful river up into the skies above. But that's just what we do here. So next question.
Hi, George Trotter. Hi, Noah Aquatics.
He said howdy, guys. Okay, get it right.
I'm saying hi back. Do you guys got a son that gives you this much hassle all the time? It's nonstop.
Are you planning to move more fish into the pool?
Yes, but we have to tread carefully on this because we don't want Pacu in there. We have lighting. We have underwater power heads that are like 6 inches that make a river.
Tom Cruise called. He wants his glasses back.
So we have wires and stuff in there that Pacus will eat the airlines, they'll eat the power lines. I can't have any of that. I don't want to make my life harder, so no Pacus in the pool. We are putting other fish in there, but just slowly. I have to have certain fish on display in the tanks where people can see how big they get. Once they go into the pool, they don't look as big. So I've got display, I've got the pool. So I'm going to put some smaller fish in there and let them grow out in the pool. There are more fish going in there.
Alrighty. Questions. A lot of haze in here.
Hello, scared of Bigfoot. Hello, RC Crazy.
The Strongsville been giving you guys trouble anymore?
No. We did all that work and cleaned up the mess and they've left us alone, but that's because our neighbors haven't called on us again. As soon as our neighbors call, Strongsville will be there. Nothing we can do about it. We just have to live with it. And do you know how hard it is? I thought this was the last place I was going to move, but I want to move out of here so bad. These neighbors suck. I try getting along with all of them. I get along with the neighbors across the street. I get along with the neighbors here. The guy across the street and down is an absolute asshole. The people next
What
door.
did you say?
Oh, I swore again. I'm sorry. But it's true. I cannot describe him no better way.
So we've got someone asking, when are you going to order Australian lungfish? Actually, Jason's Plecos and Exotics is putting another order into Giardini in the springtime. And, I'm not going to order one from him, but I will make him a deal. He has one in his tank now. I will buy that one from him that's here, make the 3-hour drive down to him, get the lungfish, and I'll pay the price to order a new one. But I don't want a new frail baby coming from Australia and just ship it right to me, because going 2 days and shipping from Australia and then he turns around, flips them and ships them right to me. I wouldn't do that. Whenever I personally import, a fish, I hold them in my own care for about 2 weeks, make sure they're eating, they're healthy, they're cured, all this stuff. So possibly in springtime, but if you want to make an order, you can talk to him, and you can find him on Facebook. And he does have a YouTube channel, I do believe.
Okay, it's charging now.
Alrighty, next
Get
question.
Chugging Josh from Keeping It Real Aquatics.
A diet over the holidays. That's rough. Yes, it is. We've got the Reed from Indianapolis on the show tonight. Though that's actually the pet store, or not the pet store. I'm sorry, the aquarium shop, the fish store that donated that 500-gallon cube. And yesterday I actually got the text message that the steel came in and the stand is being fabricated now.
Nice.
That's by Stephen Conroe. So hopefully here in the next couple weeks we can have that tank up and rolling. So thanks again from the Reef in Indianapolis. You guys are an awesome store. Hey, it's Stephen Conroe's here. What's up, buddy?
Just talking about you. Oh, here, hand us that, Tracy.
Oh, this right here. This is a diving scuba mask. It just showed up in the mail today. Yeah, look at that. It came from Carla Middleton. She donated it because she thought we could maybe use it. So
She
thanks
saw
again.
Josh in the pool and the glass is leaking. They don't fit his head. She bought him a new set off of eBay and had it sent straight to us. So thank you very much. That was so sweet of you. Very nice of you. And Josh will make you good use of it.
Alrighty, we've got Stephen Conroe with a $5 super chat. He said, so Josh is back to not being single anymore. He said, any progress?
Josh
with
is
help-
taken, guys. I'm sorry, all you ladies out there.
Come here.
Josh is taken.
So I know you guys are going to ask, and she's here tonight.
Before any of you ladies are out of chance, he got back with his ex.
Say hello. Her name's Kaylee.
Hi.
Mikey's still single though.
Mikey's still single. If any of you girls need a guy with a unibrow, Mikey's your man.
Grown on my own.
Oh, Matt with the call out here. All right, this is getting fun, guys. But to help Matt out, yes, Matt is still single. So if you
Matt
guys
needs a mate. Let's have a thing for that. Matt needs a mate. Matt needs a mate.
So if there's any
Matt
single
needs
guys
a
out
mate.
there for Matt,
Single or taken, gay or straight, Matt needs a mate.
that was terrible.
Love you, Matt.
All right. Levy Bermudi said at Matt's Monster Fish. He said I am the kid fish keeper.
What?
Was that a dig at the ultimate fish keeper joke I have going with Matt? I don't know. I think it was. Alrighty, we've got Maverick Graber chimed in with a $5 super chat. That is Xander and his father David. He says Xander says hi to his girlfriend Tracy. You want to come say hi, Mom? For those of you that don't know,
Little Xander loves you.
Xander was the little blonde-haired boy that was in the YouTube video that stole Tracy from my dad.
Yes, he stole America's hearts. He is so adorable, and he's so little, and he straight told me, I'm taking your woman. He is the cutest.
Matt said, I can't believe you ditched me for her, Josh. I'm sorry, Matt. You didn't stand a chance, buddy. Joe Rockwell said, I'm single. Where's the love?
Well, nobody likes Joe.
I'm sorry, Matt. Or Joe. Wait, shit.
Yeah, just apologize to both, okay? And you just swore.
I told you tonight was gonna be a fun one. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to swear. All right. What's up? Hey, Josh. A few weeks back, I heard you say that pothos roots are bad for fish. How so? Pothos roots are actually poisonous to fish. So if the fish
In a
bite
small
them and eat them, if they eat
amount.
enough of them, they can die. So it would behoove you to not put them directly in the water. You can put them in your sump box. You can put them on your overflow. You can put
We
them.
actually have them straight in our water too, but we don't have in a tank that where fish are actually eating the plants. Some of your giant gouramis. What else eats the plants of our fish?
Gouramis, cichlids.
Yeah, some of the cichlids might eat the pothos roots. Pothos roots are poisonous, but just in a smaller amount. So a fish has to eat a lot of them to get sick, but they can get your fish sick.
So the reef chimed in. He said Matt's ideal mate is around 3 feet and eats a fish. Oh God, the fun tonight. Browns fan. Yes, I'm a Browns fan, and it's so hard to be a Browns fan. Every year we think we're going to the Super Bowl, and they just
Oh, it starts out great every year,
mess it up
It's so
somehow.
great.
It's so disheartening. I might just pack up and move to Germany or something, but probably not. I love my fish too much.
Josh went on his thing where he was nothing but a Cavaliers fan.
Cause
He didn't-
I wasn't I was a LeBron fan. I
Okay.
liked LeBron and Cavs. I liked him on the Heat, and now I
Yep.
follow him on the Lakers. He's gonna win a championship this year. But Finn Dietrich's just chimed in with a $10 super chat. He said, "Well, first I want to thank you for the $10 super
Yes,
chat.
thank you so much.
And what is your favorite fish and why? I also have a Christmas surprise for you guys. Merry Christmas from Finn." All right, so favorite fish. We're gonna do this kind of rapid fire, mine and his.
Hold
Well,
up, before
I
you
can-
answer that, Joe, can you send this guy our address that wants to send fish? Chris Scusa. Send him our address, Joe, and that'll take care of that for you, Chris. Go ahead, Joe.
So favorite fish. It's kind of hard to choose. I know his is the Arapaima.
Only because we had the huge Arapaima, and we were known for our big Arapaima. And then once it was gone, I missed them so much. So now I got Brutus. But actually, the favorite fish was the ebon knife, which you bought me back again after I donated it to the pets or the public aquarium. So it's hard to say which one's an actual favorite. I like them all.
My favorite fish has to be between the Goliath tigerfish and the Tigrinus catfish, because I am a Tigrinus or not a Tigrinus kind of man, a catfish kind of man. I love my goonch, love my Tigrinus, the Juranese.
What about the dolphin?
No, I've never had great luck with the dolphins. I do love
But
the
you
little
love
morbid dolphins because they're cool. You can train them to swim through hoops, play with your little
Yes.
little balls that
Play with your little what?
They're terrible.
I love my boy.
But I do love my catfish. I can't get enough of them. And actually, I just found a lead on a 26-inch goonch catfish. But
Ooh, nice.
he wants $750 for him. So I don't know if I can swing that just yet. But we'll see.
Would have been a nice Christmas gift to yourself. You can pretend to give it to me.
Well, Robert J. Fax just chimed in with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He said, "Can you talk about maintenance for a Fluval 406? How often do you routinely clean them, the trays and the material?"
Okay.
You never clean the media.
Can I say something about them?
Yeah.
First off, what we do with the 406s, we use them, we get mad at them, we unplug them and give them to somebody else. I hate to say it, we love our FX5s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. They work great. The Fluval 404s, 405s, 406s, you have to pump. And if your filter ain't below the water level, it's never going to start. And it's so aggravating when you got this filter in a bad area where you can't get to it and you have to pump it. Tracy actually busted one of the pumping mechanisms off, so I can buy that new. We've had just a bunch of problems with them. So we don't use them unless they're perfectly set up. Set them up with both hoses having a drip line hooked up so you can see them dripping if they're leaking at the ends of the hoses. Set them up to where they're below the water, and then I would clean them at least once a month. Don't clean all 3 trays at the same time. Clean one. Next month, clean the next one. Next month, clean the next one. So get on a monthly, schedule.
So I just got berated by my friend Brandon about the Australian lungfish because he said I'm the one who was talking about the Australian lungfish, and he just sent me a very angry text message. So I'm sorry, buddy, I didn't know your YouTube name. He said, "Keep up the hard work."
Wow, people get butthurt easy.
Hardly working, buddy.
What's his name? How do I know him?
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon got butthurt?
Yeah.
Love you, Brandon.
Alrighty, so we got Jason Haycook. He just chimed in with the $5 super chat. He said, "Much love, Merry Christmas. Can't wait to see you next week."
Nice.
We will be
Tracy,
here and we'll be waiting for you,
Can you
buddy.
fill it for me? Thank you.
Did you just say thank you?
What?
Oh my goodness.
You act like I'd never say it. Oh, wait, guys. You have to see tomorrow's video is Tracy's debut on vlogging. I interviewed her for the video, and she's on the video. So it's Tracy's breakthrough vlogging experience. She's on the camera.
I will be very disappointed if you guys do not watch. I'm going to check.
She knows each and every one of yours address. But no, check it out. It's very cute. It's very sweet. She did a good job, and she talks about her koi. We will have that up tomorrow, so check it out.
Oh, someone said the Clippers are winning the championship this year. I'm sorry, buddy. I love you. I'm glad you are a supporter, but I don't know if the Clippers are winning the championship this year. But I will make a friendly bet with you. If they do win, I will make whatever video you could possibly wish for. And I'll keep my side of the bargain.
I can't wait for
But if not, you got to continue to watch our videos.
Oh, Joe's banned from Facebook too? I'm banned from Facebook. They keep banning us for sharing our group shares on Fridays.
Well, Joe got banned for another reason, and it was totally justified.
Joe, bad boy.
Joe, I told you not to.
Oh,
Joe, all your memes you make, you should always run them by me. If I laugh, put them up. If I go, ooh, that's rough, buddy, don't put it up. Okay?
Matt's Monster Fish said Mason, Rudolph, and Josh are best friends.
Oh, God.
You're terrible, Matt. All right, let's get back to the fishy question. Someone asked, can I get angelfish in my 45-gallon tank?
Sure.
You
Not that
probably
many.
can. Exactly, not that many. And certain species do get super big. I wouldn't advise keeping them in the 45-gallon, but you can keep certain angelfish in the 45-gallon.
Joe posting his bikini selfies again?
How's the koi out back?
Oh, they're doing great. The back deck is covered with a plastic, and the vent from the pool room blows all that warm, moist air out of the pool room onto the back deck. So it could be 20 degrees outside. It's still 55 in the back deck. The air comes out, and then it has no place to go because it's all plastic in. It has to go through the flooring of the deck. So it's perfect, and the fish are doing good. They're still eating. I didn't even stop them from eating because they haven't gone into a hibernation type mode because the water's still above 50 degrees.
All right, so we've got where's the best place to order live plants and what plants do turtles eat? Turtles eat absolutely every plant known to man. They will wreak havoc on all types of plant matter, no matter what it is. But I'm going to name off 2 places to buy live plants from. Number 1, my buddy. What's his name?
I don't know your buddy.
He just came here and aquascaped your tank for you.
Oh, Lucas Bretz.
There we
Lucas
go.
Bretz is the guy you want to get a hold of for plants. He has more plants than God has people on planet Earth.
LRBaquatics.com. And if you can't find it there, you can also find it on Dustin Wonderluck's page. He's also another great guy to buy live plants from. All right.
That's Dustin's Aquatics.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to tell a lie to everyone. It's Dustin Wonderluck or Dustin's Fish Tanks. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Merry Christmas, Mikey, from Joe Rockwell.
Thanks,
Nice.
Joe. Merry Christmas.
Let's get back down. Let's get more fishy questions rolling in here, guys. Can you guys do a video on more blood parrots, please?
Sure.
Quite possibly. It's not a bad idea.
Michelle Specia says she accidentally caught a cichlid in the San Antonio River. Found him in a mud sample she collected. Now he's like 4 inches. Just finished putting him in a 30-gallon. What fishy friends can you put him in with?
Other cichlids. Well, it depends on the type of cichlid. Is it Central American, South American, African? You have to let us know.
Go on to Facebook and post a picture of him and get an ID under Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3. That's our forum we're on daily. Anybody wants to talk to us, they can talk to us there. Just tag me, Big Rich Price or Jock Price. Put the picture up there. We'll get him named. We'll find out what he is, and then we can tell you what can go in with him, but not much in a 30-gallon tank. Cichlids are very territorial, and they are mean. So it's a trial and error type thing, but I'm telling you, in a 30-gallon tank, you can't put much in with them.
All right, we've got a question. Did y'all build the room over the pool pond? No, we did not. That came with the house. That was our indoor swimming pool. That came with the house. We just decided to turn it into a fish pond.
We made it better.
Alrighty. You should get some apple snails for your big pond. We can do that, but sometimes we dose our tanks and the medications we use will kill off snails, and apple snails everyone loves to eat.
We were dosing with salt. Now we're not going to dose our big system with salt because the last time we did it, now that we got all these plants, it really made the plants recede and almost die off. Now the plants are starting to grow back. We're not going to salt no more, so we can't have snails in there. But if we ever need to use like potassium permanganate, permanganate, it would kill all the snails. So I mean, if we have a big disease throughout our whole system, we would have to use potassium permanganate, permanganate. My bad, and that will kill the snails. That's just something you have to deal with in the fish world.
So Matt's Monster Fish chimed in with Merry Christmas, Mikey.
And also Ted Shettle clicked in with Lucas has a YouTube channel. Yes, LRB Aquatics. Check him out.
They put a link to it. Stephen Conroe did.
Nice, thank you, Stephen.
But we got someone who chimed in and said, if we could live anywhere, where would you live? In my fish tank.
No, Florida, so that we can dig ponds. I would buy a mini excavator.
Fish tank. Fish tank's better.
I would buy a mini excavator and build ponds like Imperial Tropicals. They have like 50 ponds in their backyard that they do all for cichlids. I would do that. One pond for arapaima, one pond for cichlids, one pond for goldfish, one pond for koi, one pond for, and I would, oh, we got new fish, we need to dig another pond. That's how I would live my life.
I would just like to live in a fish tank at the Ohio Fish Rescue. I heard it's awesome and rad, so I'm sticking by that. So we just got a $10 super chat from K Quaha. He says, has Josh plotted his dad's pool revenge, or has he let that one go?
He's going to have to let it go because I was revenging.
Let it go. All right, he says, be careful though. Watch your dad's back. That's all I'm saying. Merry Xmas to you all. I have not forgotten about it. It will be coming at the most random and opportune
We
moment.
are done.
Wait a minute.
He got me. I got him back. What video was that you got me in first?
The Monster Bash, maybe? I pushed you in? I don't know. But we are trying to create all this, fish fun that you guys can follow and look forward to.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
We are done. He got me. I got him. We're done. We're done. If he gets me again, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, no, it's on. I'm going to take you up, boy.
I mean, we are doing fish videos. We're educating the public. We're having fun. And I get to push you in the fish tank? Oh, he just died a little bit, guys. I'm sorry there.
To be continued.
To be continued. Alrighty. Let's get back to the questions. What is your favorite community fish and what is your favorite predator fish? Community fish, I would say discus. Right, predator fish. I love watching the armadas just eat. They are awesome. They got these awesome fang teeth, and they're so quick and agile. So there you go. There's your answer.
Stephen Dangle, you will never see Tracy in the pool pond because she will not get on camera in her bikini. She just won't. I've tried and tried and tried. She just won't do it. Well, I know why that is. Because she showed up on her shorts on video once, and she got bombarded on her inbox on her personal page from all these guys, these horn dogs out there, and asking her out. And she got on there and made a whole statement how she's a married lady and you guys should be ashamed of yourself and that whole thing. So now she won't wear a bikini on the camera.
Alrighty, we got David Sprisler chimed in with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Said, what kind of fish can I put with Oscars? Well, you can put more Oscars. You can put, top dwelling fish like gar. Depending on the size of your tank, you can do arowana. You can do catfish on the bottom. You can do other cichlids.
I like having clown knives in the midsection.
Yeah. So I mean,
Giant gouramis midsection.
it's kind of free reign.
Hey guys, real quick, I don't mean to butt in, but K Stu chimed in with, you guys should get an OFR tattoo. We are actually in the middle of doing that.
You are in the middle of doing that.
I am in the middle, Mikey. I will be getting the first OFR tattoo.
Yes.
Well, you better hurry up because I heard Joe's gonna do it too.
Oh, Joe, well, I'll be the first one. I just need to know where.
You'll be the first one with a tattoo you can show people randomly. Joe won't be able to show his.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, just tell me when, where, and how much. I'll be
All
the
right,
first.
so we just got Tommy chimed in with a $10 super chat. He said, "Keep up the amazing work, legends. Cheers from Sydney, Australia."
Nice.
Well, thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it. And we love Australia. I mean, you guys got some of the best fish ever. And
That we can't get.
that we're not allowed to have.
The Leotardi arrow. I remember having one. He was about 26 inches long, and this
You
guy,
were about 4 foot long. You were little.
No, we got it from Mike at H2O Aquatics when we bought the 4000.
Yeah, when you were like 8.
I drove there to pick up.
Oh, you are right. You were
damn
15.
stand.
You were 15, 16. You're right. You're right. I stand
Jesus.
corrected.
Oh, goodness. All right, he's getting a little bit old here. He's getting
Oh,
senile. He
my
can't
goodness.
remember. You guys are seeing the downfall of the mullet.
It's pulling too much on my brain, guys.
But one of the greatest treasures that ever came out of Australia is the Fly River turtle. That thing
Yes.
is absolutely awesome.
We've
We
loved
love
every
them.
one we've ever had. They're just awesome.
Except the one that bit me. I sold him. But I got him as my 16th birthday present. My dad bought him for me. I was overjoyed. I was happy. He was my buddy. I called him Nibbler because he just loved to come up and put his mouth on my toe.
Oh my
For
God.
some
Josh would be
reason.
in the tank to be cleaning the glass, and Nibbler would come up and he'd swim forward and he'd come up with his open mouth and take Josh's toes in his mouth, and then he'd just sit there with his toes in his mouth. He wouldn't bite. He'd just sit there. Josh would take him and kick him away, and then he'd swim back, and Josh would take his shell and push him away, and he'd swim back and just get his toes back in his mouth. He was happy just having Josh's toes in his mouth. And if it wasn't his toes, it was his cat. He'd open his mouth and just set it on there. So Josh would push him away all the time, and he'd swim right back and do it again.
Usually I'd push
Until-
him away. One day I said, "You know what? I'm just going to let you keep my toe in your mouth." And chomp. And I'm like, "Ah!" I
How'd
screamed
that
like a
go?
little girl.
He screamed like a little girl.
So Jason Haycook said, "You guys ever gonna get a tigerfish?" We actually have two of them, two Goliath tigerfish. One's probably about 5 inches, the other one's about 7.
Yeah.
We actually just upgraded him to a 180-gallon tank. He's getting big quick. Our last one, we grew out to about
You all right
26.
there?
I burped. We grew out to about 26 inches long. He started going on a rampage and killing everything we had in the 4,000-gallon aquarium. So we got him out. We actually sold him to another friend, and that was that. He went to a new tank, and I missed him dearly, so I got 2 more. Don't tell him. But
They're out there.
this
They're
was
babies.
an unfortunate event because this was 3 months before we got the
What?
monster pond. Because if not, he would have been in that monster
He
pond.
he was big.
58,000 gallons.
A foot and a half across the shell. He was getting too big for the 4,400.
No, you're talking about a turtle. I'm talking about a tigerfish.
I'm talking about Nibbler.
No, I'm talking about a tigerfish. We got him at 26 inches long. and
Oh,
he
the one in
was-
the 4,400.
He was a monster.
And you couldn't let people swim in the pool if you put him in there.
I don't care.
Such a good, caring human being.
Enter at your own risk.
Jacob Terrell says, "Do you guys have any Oscars I could purchase or any fish that I could grow out?" We have Oscars all the time, and we will not charge you.
We also have convict cichlids, plecos. We have
Goldfish, all kinds of the normal fish, but we don't charge for none of them. We just ask they go to a good home.
Love what you guys do. I learned a lot about the hobby. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. I love the positive comments. Thank you very much.
Hazel says, "Would you do a sponsored haircut, Daddy OFR? Lose the mullet to raise some money." we've had people talking about this, and I would, but it would have to be an extensive amount of money to where we could do something really good for the rescue. I'm not going to do it for $100.
Wait a minute. I would fly someone out to cut these luscious locks on camera. But it would definitely have to be what? 4 fit figures? Or are you thinking more? 5? 6?
Stop. That's a big jump from 5 to 6. You made it so quickly. Greg
just
Woodstock
asking.
was talking about that, and he said, and he just brought up a number. He goes, if we can get you, like, say, 25 grand to cut your hair, would you do it? And I was like, oh, man. I'd have to do it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't pass up 25 grand for the rescue. You know how much good I could do with 25 grand? All of our tanks would have backgrounds. We could buy things for like enrichment inside of there, decorations. We have empty tanks, holding cells basically. They're like jail cells, holding cells. They're bigger for the bigger fish, but we don't spend our money frivolously. So if I got that kind of money for the rescue.
So all I heard out of that was 25 grand, you'll cut your hair, and we'll fly someone out to do it on camera. All right, so we got Matt's Monster Fish. He chimed in with, I wish I could have a fly river turtle. Well, maybe someday, buddy. Maybe someday. All right. Do you have any job offers at the Ohio Fish Rescue? Yes, we do. We have all the volunteer work you can possibly want.
We don't hire nobody. It's me, Josh, and Tracy that runs this, takes care of everything. Mikey's there to help us out every once in a while, but he's usually gone to work. So it's a family-run type thing, and you know it is a 501c3, so we do have to do our taxes. We do have a government bank account for this that is monitored. So I mean everything's above the table and everything like that, but it is still only family-run. We're donating our time. Basically, if this was getting government funded, we could write ourselves a check. But we don't write ourselves a check because we don't get the funding to cover it. The money from YouTube is starting to help cover the cost of the rescue. And that's our work. So we're still paying for it, whether it's coming out of our pocket or coming from YouTube. We're still paying for it. We're getting about $220 to $250 a month in donations from normal people everywhere out there through GoFundMe.
That is the $1 a month drive. We're up to like $150 on Patreon.
And thank you for all that.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much. We don't ask for much. We ask for everyone for $1 a month. If we have 60,000 followers,
yes, which we do,
and we only get 10% of that, and they donate $1 a month, which a lot of people won't miss at all.
Right.
That could be
$6,000 a month,
and that could do a lot of good.
$2,000 would cover the cost of everything, and then we'd have $4,000 for upgrades, fixing. Buying the things that we wouldn't buy before because it was not a necessity.
Right.
So now we'll have medications on stock, on hand. We'll have, backgrounds and stuff that we haven't purchased before, decorations and enrichment for the fish, caves and all that kind of stuff. We'll be talking to Universal Rocks, buying a bunch of their stuff, their products. They're going to work with us.
Shh, don't let them know.
Yes. Universal Rocks is awesome. I've talked to the owner. He offered to give us all of the background for the pool for just the shipping cost of $1,000. I mean, this man has gone way up and above, beyond what he needs. Because if you buy a Universal Rocks background, it's what? $250, $300 for a 125?
Yeah.
He's giving us the background for all the way around the pool, but we have to pay for shipping. That's amazing. Stuart's done that for us, and we're going to be getting that as soon as we have enough of the proceeds that match up to the $1,000. Right now we're at about $600 in the bank, and when that adds up, we will be getting the background for the pool. After that, if this $1 a month club takes off, we'll have extra money. We can do stuff like that and do it for all of our tanks. The 3,000 really needs a background because it's all blue, the floor, the walls, the background. If we put a fake rock background against the back of it, it'll look more naturistic. We can put sand in the bottom and then logs in there, and the fish will be like they're in their own river nature system.
All right, yes, and as Joe Rockwell elaborated on a topic, He was saying he was a personal collection fish. We do not sell our rescues. As that is true, we do not sell any rescue fish.
No.
They are all free. But I do still have my personal collection. He has his personal collection. We are still hobbyists at hearts.
Well,
I still do buy fish. We do sell fish at times. But
well, tell him the thing. Josh goes around and he looks for deals. And if somebody's getting out of the hobby and they're willing to sell off their entire fish room, Josh will go in, he'll step in, he'll buy it. He'll keep the fish that we want for our personal collection. Or maybe, we have 3 Frontosa and this guy's got 20 more. We'll put that together and make it a Frontosa only tank. And then he'll sell off the other fish to his friends and everybody else until where we get the Frontosa for free or something like that. Josh buys and sells fish on the side, and that's nothing to do with any of the rescue fish. We have never, ever sold a rescue fish. We give them away. We do videos on that. We give them to people, and there's literally thousands of people out there that can chime in and say, OFR has given us this fish or that fish. We've given multiple fish to the same guy that has a big tank, that type stuff. So I mean, we would never ruin our reputation trying to make a couple bucks off of a rescue fish. That's not what we're about.
Alrighty. So we just got a few more super chats chiming in. We just got Jeff Beatty chimed in with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Jeff. He said, "Merry Christmas, guys." Well, Merry Christmas to you.
And everybody else too, yes.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. A Jack and Coke.
A Jack and Coke. Tracy,
right.
get that boy a Jack and Coke.
No,
I'm debt free.
I'm still good, thank you. So we got Shelly Baker chimed in with another $5 super chat. She said, "Hi guys, how's the gorgeous Pittsburgh?"
Pittsburgh's doing great. I said earlier in the video, we've upped his feeding of clams to 2 times a week, and he eats shrimp and tilapia the other days a week. He's doing good. His colors are nice and vibrant. He's not all mulled out at the bottom, sitting at the bottom of the 1,000-gallon trying to blend in with the gray tiles. He is nice and bright yellow now, and you got the dark contrast. We've got the guppies in with them. They just had thousands of babies. They're everywhere. He's doing good, and the tank looks good. It was a good change for him.
Someone said OFR has offered me fish when I visited them. Don't know what that means, but anyone who comes by the rescue, if you have a means to care for a fish, we will offer them to you free of charge.
For free.
All right, so I'm seeing something about an Amazon wish list. Well, my Amazon wish list includes Tigrinus, Armatus, Arapaima, a Jowcat. What else is there? We've got.
I want a Jowcat. I love Jowcat. I was back behind the scenes at the Shed Aquarium in Chicago, and they had this cat, and they said when I went up to this tank, which was a 5-foot wall, and it was like 12 foot by 16 foot. They said there's only one fish in there, but watch your fingers. Don't put your hands in there. Don't lean over and look down in. And I'm like, why? I'm the master of big fish. I'm not worried about them. And they said, just trust me, don't do it. And I'm like, okay. We get up there, and he goes, now look over there and see what that is. And I'm like, oh my God, that's a Jowcat. His head had to have been almost 2 foot. I'd say 20 inches wide. He was 5 foot long. And they put a piece of food, they threw it to the top of the water. He popped the water harder than any Arapaima I've ever seen. It made me jump back. I was like, whoa, I want a Jowcat. Very much so. I want one.
All right, no, but realistically, all you guys asking about the Amazon wish list, we don't ask for anything at all, but if someone does feel the need to donate something, we can always use fish food and water pumps, utility pumps, water pumps to, pump water up to different tanks. We're always blowing through them. We burn them out at a alarming rate because we have a lot of fish.
Every year we're replacing pumps.
Yes.
So any type of sinking pellets work great for us. Floating stuff isn't so well.
And also LED lighting.
Well, that's a luxury. That's, again, what I was talking about. We have lighting. There is a light on that tank. But if we wanted to upgrade to LED, that's more money out of our pocket. And what we're paying for is just the basic care and size requirements of these big fish. We make sure they're fed. We make sure they're in a good-sized tank and they can swim. we're rescuing them from bad situations and giving them good situations. Now, if we had the whole $1 a month thing got up to 6,000 people and we're getting 6,000 a month, now we have money to spend upgrading the lighting, upgrading plants, upgrading, putting a substrate in each one, putting backgrounds in there, buying them things, hiding caves and that kind of stuff.
Someone said, hold up. Big Rich should be in a Santa suit.
I don't have the beard for that. And I did say beard. So let's just leave it go at that. No one bring up the belly.
Alrighty. There we go. We got Rob's Raised TV just chimed in with the $2 super chat. He is in from the Aquarium Guys podcast. Chimed in
What's
with
up, Rob?
$2 super chat. He said, "Can you shout out to my friend Matt Olson?" Shout out Matt Olson.
How you doing, Matt? It's OFR here saying hi to you. Matt Olson, right?
Yep, Matt Olson.
Okay, we get
How
our
you
shout
doing?
out. How you doing? Rob's is the guy. He does aquarium podcast, and he interviewed us, and then we got him a bunch of other people to go on there for him, and it's a win-win relationship between us. He gives us notoriety. We help him get other people on there. They do a great job on their podcast, although it's sometimes long-winded, Rob's. I'm like, I want to see what Jim Kitchen has to say, and it took me a half hour to get to Jim Kitchen on there because you were talking about you Christmas shopping or something.
All right.
Just saying.
So we got someone asking about a garage tour. I've seen some awesome bikes and a car hiding out. If you actually go to the All About Big Rich video, you will see all of that in the video. Go onto our YouTube, click videos, scroll down until you see a bright red amazing Camaro, and watch that video.
Now, I did a video about that because so many people asked us about it that I thought it would do good. That video did terrible, but the 100 people that wanted to see it were happy as can be.
All right, so we got Adele Parkinson chimed in with a $1 super chat. Thank you, Adele. You're always here every week giving us your
She
support.
is always here.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate you.
Hi, Adele.
What's this Big Rich and Speedo thing?
They want to see you in. Oh, Jesus. I'm running.
What? Ain't no one wants to see me in a Speedo.
Favorite episode of River Monsters? It's got to be either A, the Arapaima episode where he does catch the Arapaima and he gets hit in the chest where it actually gave him heart problems.
Yes.
Or B, when he's in India and he catches that massive goonch. Or even C, I actually think it might be on the Arapaima. Thank you. Arapaima video where they
She loves you.
where they catch like a 5-foot armatus and he's got a 4-foot armatus in his mouth. That was totally awesome. I can't get over that fact, and that's why I have armatus. So we got Aaron Hoyt just chimed in with a $15 super chat.
Oh,
thanks,
geez.
Aaron. You are the man. We do
Ted-
appreciate it.
Ted Shelty says, use the mullet as a beard. Ain't no one want to see this. Josh?
Oh, he kind of looks like ZZ Top, y'all.
Oh, stop.
He said, how. All right. Oh, Jesus. Nobody's seeing me in a Speedo, people. It's not happening.
Wow, like the scarf.
I thought... Never mind, not saying that.
No,
all right.
let me go back to Rob's real quick. These guys are definitely funny to listen to. Yes, I said that, they didn't get to the point of the podcast right away because they do a lot of monologue, but they're hilarious to listen to. But I was, my buddy Jim Kitchen was on. I wanted to see what he had to say, and they were talking all kinds of stuff. But you know what? If you listen to their podcast, it'll make you crack up all the way through. You gotta watch these guys. They do an amazing job.
Wait.
But
I think that there was a joke in there about Betty White, and so one of them had a giant crush on her or something.
yes, there was. I don't know if it's Rob's or one of his buddies, but somebody has a crush on Betty White. I remember that. And these guys are about 30. Betty's about, 130. Just saying. Their show is hilarious. Go watch them. They're the best podcast out there that I've seen, dealt with, and they do a great job.
All right, so we just got Michelle Specia chimed in with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. And we got someone else who chimed in with, is Jim Kitchens a good cook? Jim Kitchens is actually the person who donated the serratus plecos and all of them 195-gallon fish tanks that you've seen in our video.
195. I've been calling them 190s.
They're 195.
He gave us 5 of those. He gave us a bunch of FX5s. He gave us a bunch of fish, a bunch of.
Wait, don't diss Betty White.
He gave us a bunch of UV filters, a bunch of heaters, heater controllers. I mean, this guy got out of the business and wanted all of his equipment to go to something good. And I cannot say enough for this guy. He was a great guy to meet, a great guy to work with. And ever since then, he actually went on the podcast and he's sharing his information with the world. It's great. I like Jim.
Alrighty. What is the recipe of that awesome chili when I was up there during the OCA?
Who was that?
Mark's Fish.
Mark's Fish. Okay. It started out with chili was hamburger meat and chili seasoning, tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. I stepped that up. I put in what's that called?
Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo meat. I put in burnt ends meat. I put in
Beef tips.
I put in stew meat. I put it in the slow cooker all day. Let all that cook for 8 hours, and then added that to the chili. Basically, it's meat stew with all kinds of different textures. I used hot Italian chili for the ground up for the meat instead of hamburger, and then I used hot Italian chili and sweet Italian or hot Italian sausage and sweet Italian sausage and links, and I'd cut them up. The sweetest Italian sausage I left at 2 inches, so it was like a meatball. You put it in your mouth and it would pop with sweet sausage flavor. It was awesome. The hot Italian, stop it. The hot Italian I cut up into little slivers and put that in there. We had meatballs. Just it's a stew of meat, and it's so thick. You take your spoon and you set in it, and when the spoon don't fall over, you get thick enough.
My mouth is watering.
Oh, and then you can't forget the red pepper flakes. That makes your hair itch, makes your nose run, and it's so good. You're hungry too? You're making us all want our chili back.
Someone asked if we eat fish. No, we do not eat fish. Fish are friends, not food.
Actually, we had a buddy of mine came in from California, Ronnie Gallipo. He runs a ADT system out there in California. But when he was here, you know, we used to hang out back when we were kids. We both had long hair. Now I haven't seen him in like 20-some years. He came here to eat, or he came here to visit, and we took him out to eat. And he wanted to go to some place that would have sushi. So we took him to Shinto's. Now he felt so bad because none of us ordered any kind of fish. We won't eat fish. He ordered steak and chicken instead of sushi. And I'm like, you made us not go to, what's the place we normally go to? Fatheads. And you wanted us to take you to a sushi place so you can have sushi, and then you don't order fish at all? And, you know, it was just all bad, you know. But he found out that we won't eat fish. To me, crabs and lobster are nothing more than cockroaches of the sea. They eat all the garbage off the bottom. You guys all say it tastes great. I won't eat it. It's gross to me. I see that and I can't eat that. I'm sure there's people out there that look at it and just think, yum. But not me. In my eyes, it's gross. I can't eat it. So the most thing that we do eat is, back when Arthur Treacher's fish and chips were around, we'd get the fish fillets and add chicken fillets to it, and we'd dip that in our tartar sauce and eat it. So Mr. Paul's fish sticks, we eat it. Josh loves fish sticks.
What are you, a gay fish?
You watch too much South Park.
Alright, so we just got someone who chimed in, said, hey guys, is Memphis too far to get some nice fish? No place is too far. We've driven to California, Seattle, New York, Maine. We've driven all across the United States, but
Florida.
Those ones we call super rescues. When it deems necessary to go out there, like the time I rescued, what was it, 32 4-foot fish?
19.
19, that's it, 19, I'm sorry. He drove to California twice.
In 1 month.
Got a bunch of fish, so it's never too far. Send us an email or a message on Facebook. Let us know what you have, and we can definitely help you
now,
out.
Now, these super rescues, we put them together by putting other rescues along the route. Right now, we have people waiting in lower Illinois, We have people waiting in Chicago. We have people waiting in Michigan, and we have people waiting in the east side of Pittsburgh. Oh, I'm sorry, of PA. We got people waiting in Pittsburgh. We're going to pick up along that way. So we have trips planned in all different directions. Now, if 5 more people chime in and come up to the one in Michigan, well, then I'll go there and get that done. But I'm not going all the way to New Jersey for one fish. I need to have at least 4 or 5 stops along the way to deem that trip necessary. You know what I'm saying? So, we get a call all the time. They're like, hey, I'm in Ontario, Canada. I need you to come save my Oscar. I'm sorry, but we can't justify the trip for that.
We also have a network that is so vast, so many people
Everywhere.
wanting to help out. We can post, an ad on our Facebook group, and there will be hundreds of people all around
In your
trying to
area that
help you.
wants it for free. Yeah.
They will be trying to help. So we are coming to the end of our show. We have 5 minutes left. So everyone, get their questions in. Let's start flooding them with questions.
We're at in Michigan. Tracy, can you go in on my mirror above my bed and look to see? I think it's Burton, Michigan. See if that's where it's at.
Alrighty. So we got a lot of fish our friends, not food comments.
And Michigan loves you.
When are you all back after Christmas? What do you mean? We're not leaving.
We have tours set up here the day after Christmas.
The day
We have
before
people
Christmas.
bringing fish the day before Christmas. We don't take time
never
off.
Sleep.
Utica.
Utica, Michigan.
No,
Yeah, it says Utica, Michigan.
does it? Okay. Well, then that's where we'll be going. So anything along the line between
Wait.
Cleveland and Utica and what's the other one I said? Vermont or Bernice? What did I say?
I don't even know. But next,
Burton, Michigan is also another spot we have to stop at. So
So
let's get them lined up. That's the
Joe-
next one I'm going on.
Joe just said he's got pickups arranged in Minnesota and Colorado, and I've actually got a pickup in St. Louis, Missouri, which is actually kind of odd because
No, that's not on Joe's route.
I know it's
Missouri's
not
down
on Rose.
south.
I said I've got a pickup
Okay.
in St. Louis. The guy's actually going to donate his time. He's picking up a bunch of African cichlids that he can right out sell for probably $50 to $80 a piece. But there's probably 50 of them. He's bringing them a big albino Giviceps placo. He wants to see the fish come to a great home because the guy was a roofing company and they were just going to feed him to catfish just to see him go. So they wanted to swap over to saltwater. So he's getting an SUV. He's taking all of our advice on how to transport them, keeping them heated, battery-operated air stones. He's bringing his 8-year-old son, and he's going to come in for a tour of the rescue, bring all these
Really?
amazing fish. And
We
he
have
doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to let them swim in the monster pond.
nice. We have fish in southern Illinois, right by Missouri. A big, huge pacu, the size of Betty, they said, that we need to pick up. And then in Missouri, we also got that fish farm that is going to give us a albino paddlefish.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust that in someone else's care. With paddlefish, you have to transport them.
No,
to
I'm saying I
Oregon.
have to make a trip down there.
Gotcha.
So
Joe Rockwell said, I'll roll with you to St. Louis. Well, fly in, big boy. Let's go. All right, so we got Jeff Beatty chime back in with another $5 super chat. He said, hey, Josh, I want to ship you some IPAs from my friend's brewery. Do beer cans explode in flight? No, I don't think that they do, and I would gladly drink them. I love
He
IPAs.
loves IPAs.
They are one of my favorite. So if you want the address, send us a message. You can do Joshua at Ohio Fish Rescue. That's JOSHAWA, OhioFishRescue.com. Or you can find me on Facebook, or you can message Ohio Fish Rescue.
Winston Vasquez says you guys should branch off from fish and rescue shrimp and invertebrates.
We do.
We rescue everything, including
Gators.
Turtles, gators, black
Shrimp,
panthers,
invertebrates,
shrimp,
him.
eels, him. I rescued Tracy.
We also rescue guinea pigs and cats and dogs. We give any animal
Hedgehog.
in need help. We give them our help.
Well, we've got a vast network of people now. When I was out of that lady's house and she's like, I can't take care of these, she also gave me her hedgehog. And I was like, I'll find a home for it. And I just posted it on Ohio Fish Rescue, and somebody wanted it. Lo and behold, and they got it for free, and we brought it home, and we helped out this lady, and then somebody got a new pet.
Chris Biggs is on. He said, "I miss you, Daddy."
Chris, you're so funny.
So if you guys don't know, Chris Biggs was actually the one on our previous live stream. He was very knowledgeable about the fish. So if you guys can, give him a follow.
Oh, you got to go check out Chris Biggs' videos on YouTube. Look up Chris Biggs. He is the Mad Aquarist. Now, I was drunk that night, and I kept introducing him as the Mighty Aquarist. And he kept trying to grab me, and I was unhandleable that night. I shouldn't have been drinking. I shouldn't have been on video. It was just retarded. But Chris is a good guy, and he handled it. He went into our pool, and he fed the fish from inside the pool and all that. And he was the main speaker at the OCA. He does a lot of good throughout everywhere. He's from Canada, and he flies in all over the world to do presentations and speaking situations. So he passes knowledge on. That man is very knowledgeable. You got to listen to him. Go watch his videos. Even if it's something you're not interested in, trust me, it's interesting for sure.
All right, guys. So we are coming up on that hour. We do have to get off for tonight. But if you guys chime back in next week, Friday, 7 p.m., we will be here. And I think after the 1st is when we're going to try and do the live streams in the pool pond. You know, new year, new me type of stuff. New year, new live stream setting. So I appreciate you guys for stopping in to Stay Fishy Friday. We will catch you guys next week.
Also, log into LRB Aquatics at 9:30.
9 p.m., isn't it?
It's 9 o'clock. No, it's 9:30. It's his show.
Okay.
You got to watch him. They help us out. We help them out. He brings me free plants. You got to check him out. He's a character to watch. Ask him to see. Tell him you want to hear Mr. Placo. It's a song on YouTube. It's hilarious.
Do it.
It's a great song. You got to check it out. So LRB Aquatics at 9:30, guys. And also, remember to watch Chris Biggs. Check him out. Very knowledgeable. You want to learn anything? He's the man you ask. Take care, guys.
See ya.